Welcome to Mountain View High School, everyone, where tonight, on January the 22nd, 2013, it's the Mountain View Spartans hosting the Cupertino Pioneers. For Cupertino, it's been a rough season for them so far, coming in at just 3-14 overall, 0-5 in league play, losers of 5 straight, while Mountain View comes in 9-7 overall, 3-2 in league play, coming off a high, a victory over Homestead. Cool. Okay. Welcome to Mountain View High School, everyone, tonight on January the 22nd, 2013, where we have a good basketball game for you. It's the Cupertino Pioneers taking on the Mountain View Spartans. Cupertino comes in here just 3-14 overall, 0-5 in league play, and while Mountain View comes in at 9-7 overall, 3-2 in league play, third place in the Deanza League standings, currently coming off a win at Homestead, 63-44. Hi again, everybody. I'm Andrew Ferry, and the key in tonight's basketball game is going to be tempo. Mountain View likes to get it up and down, shoot a lot of threes, and when they're on their game, they're making a lot of threes. Cupertino's got to slow the tempo down. If it's a crawl or it's moving not very fast, that will favor the Pioneer tonight, and let's see if Cupertino can pull off the major upset. This game is brought to you by KMVT's All Sports presenting sponsors, the Palo Alto Medical Foundation, part of the Sutter Health Network. Choose your PAMP doctor today. And by Home Instead Senior Care. Home Instead provides the personalized in-home care your loved one needs. Home Instead. To them, it's personal.
As a busy mom of 3 kids, I find it extremely convenient to access My Health Online. My Health Online's messaging service allows me to keep in close contact with our doctor.
Being able to email the doctor with questions gave us assurance that they do take an interest in the patients. That's why we've been with PAN for more than 10 years and keep adding members, the newest member.
Ever since Dad died, taking care of Mom is overwhelming. I can't do it on my own.
Sure, my mother needs me, but I just want to be a daughter again.
Mom wants to stay in her home, but needs more help than ever. It just can't be me all the time.
Struggling to care for an aging parent? You're not alone. Learn how Home Instead Senior Care can provide the personalized in-home care your loved one needs. Home Instead. To us, it's personal.
Welcome back to the Chester F. Awalt Memorial Gymnasium, where it's Mountain View and Cupertino. Ready to start this game. It will be Brian Kastner, jumping center for Mountain View, wearing their home white uniforms with black and gold numerals and trim. Cupertino will have Nicholas Wissig jumping center. And it's won by Kastner to Wang. Over here is Carl Wilson. Out to Kadir for 3, and he swishes it. And just like that, the Spartans lead 3-0. Back comes the other way, Ethan Shen. Starting at point guard, there's Cow, Franklin Cow. Over to Alex Ho. Ho to Cow. Against this 2-3 zone for Mountain View. Shen over to Ho. Ho to Shen. High post. And getting it out there was Licardi. It swung around to Shen. Out to Cow. He'll take the 3. Almost banked it in. Rebound deflected around. Comes to Kadir. Kadir nearly gets fouled. Gets up to Wang. Wang will stop over to Kadir. They'll reset. Opening up in man-to-man are the Pioneers. Here's Kastner over to Kadir. Out to McAllister. Kastner. A minute gone by in this opening quarter. Kastner out to Wilson. Now it's a great pass from McAllister into Kastner, who lays it in with the pump fake. And they're up 5-0. Ho wants to slow things down. Cupertino coming in, losers of 5 in a row, looking for their first league win. And playing spoilers to Mountain View, currently in 3rd place in the Deanza League. Licardi, Shen, shovels it along to Wissig. Wissig over to Ho. Ho looks and bounces it Over to Ciano. Out to Wizik. Jab step over to Wizik. Forward to Shu. Takes the 15-footer short, but an offensive rebound inside by Shen. Over to Cow. Ho. Shen open three. Short. Rebound Wang. Wang comes back the other way. Wang over to McAllister. McAllister to Kadir. Swung around to Wang. Wang, good jab step, and then gets fouled on the drive. Foul will be on Nicholas Wizik, his first. And the first team foul on Cupertino in the half. 2 minutes in, exactly. It'll be Carl Wilson to throw it in. Wilson lobs it, almost thrown away. Kadir with it. Kadir over to Wang. Wang around a screen, out to Kadir. Kadir to Wang. Pump fakes. Wang looks out to Kastner. Kastner hands off to Wilson. Back to Kastner. Lays it up. Good, and he was fouled. What a play, and Mountain View has started on fire. Wang gets the ball on top, and then it's just a little give and go. Wilson takes the handoff from Kastner, and he slipped the screen. He didn't even screen, and what slipping is you act like you're going to screen it, and then don't make contact. You just cut to the basket, and because Cupertino was overplaying the handoff, Kastner cut to the basket, and he was wide open for the layup, and he made the free throw. It's 8-0 Spartans. Here's Ciano. Pump faking is Shen. Shen on the drive all the way, floats it up and gets fouled. They're going to say on the drive, no shots. Off of the handoff, Shen drove, and it did look like he got bumped before he tossed it up. So that's a good call. Fouls on Carl Wilson is first. First team foul on Mountain View. Here's a pass to Wizik, who airballs the three. Rebound to Kadir. Kastner gets it over to McAllister. McAllister hands off to Wang. 5:10 and counting to go first quarter. Wang over to Kadir. Kadir left uncovered initially. Now inside to Kastner. Kastner against a double team. Now three players guarding him. Floats one up and gets fouled. 2 shots coming up for Brian Kastner. And it's on Nicholas Wizik again, his second. Third team foul on Cupertino. Kastner will get a pair. A good free throw shooter makes the first. Now 2 for 2 at the line so far tonight. 4:57 to go in the opening quarter. Jim Fordhofer leading this Mountain View team. Comes in at 9-7, 3-2 in league play. Kastner makes both. It's a 10-0 opening for Mountain View to start this game. Ho with it. Ho pounding the dribble around the screen. Gets it back to Ciano, who nearly travels. Shen pump fakes. Bounces it in and stolen by Wang. Wang on the breakaway. A one-on-one on Shen. Lays it in with the right hand. This has been a bad beginning for Cupertino. Ho over to Shen. Shen. Around the screen to Ho. Ho holds. Not very good ball movement this trip down. Shen. Out to Wizik. They need more ball movement. Shen. Looks around the screen. Double comes. Nearly had it stolen. Over to Wizik with 6 to shoot. Wizik with 5. Tosses over to Shen with 3. Shen, does he realize that Cal has to float it up? And it doesn't hit anything. A shot clock violation. Well, off the pass, Wang just anticipated it, and that was kind of lazy pass by Shen. He needed to either pump fake somewhere and then make that pass or make a firm chest pass. But because it was a lazy bounce pass, Wang stole it, and then it was an easy steal and layup from that. McAllister hands off to Kadir. Kadir will take the 3, and it's a swish. Sammy Kadir has put in 6 of Mountain View's 15 with 3.5 to go in the quarter. Here's Shen. Shen pounding the dribble. Over to Cow. Shen. Now out to Wizik. Swung along to Cow for the 3. They can't buy a bucket right now. Wilson the rebound. Wilson accelerates to Wang, who will float it up and down on the break. 17-0. 3 minutes to go first quarter. Ho, over to Cal. Cal crosses over. Now here's Shen. Shen, good bounce pass to Wizik. Out to Ciano. Shen, 10 to shoot. They're winding it down the clock almost every trip down. It's 5 to shoot. Ho around the screen with 3. Ho with 2. Floats one up in the lane. Around it down. And finally, it took them 5 minutes and 28 seconds to score. And finally, they've cut into this 17-point deficit. Kadir. Over to McAllister. Weighing it. Good pass inside to Kastner, but he misses the layup. McAllister the offensive board. Out to Kadir. Wilson. Kadir will take another 3. Swish! Right now, it's like polar opposites. The offensive trips down for Mountain View and Cupertino. Mountain View has tons of ball and man movement, and Cupertino with very little. Good pass into Wizik from Alex Ho. And back-to-back trips down the floor. They've scored. 1:40 to go. Kastner hands off to Wang. Out to McAllister. McAllister, jab step, hands off to Kadir. McAllister out to Kastner. Kastner hands off to Wilson. Wilson jab step inside to Kastner. Good rip through and he lays it in. Brian Kastner now with 7 points. And it's 22-4. Ho over to Cal. Out to Ho. Ho on the dribble stops. An awkward shot is way short. Rebound Kastner. Up ahead to Wang. Wang into the front court. Stutters. Wang out to Kadir. Open 3. Short. Rebound to Alex Ho. 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. There's about a 12-second differential shot in game clock. Here's Ciano. Out to Shen for 3. That's a round and out. Rebound tracked down by Wang, and Mountain View can hold for the final shot if they want to. Nick Wang into the front court. Over to Carl Wilson. Back to Wang. 24 to go. Wilson drives all the way. Good pass to Kastner, who lays it in. Brian Kastner leads all scorers with 9. He has 2.25 times the amount of points Cupertino has as a team. 7 seconds to go in the quarter. 5, Cal around the screen, lackadaisically with 3. They have to fire a 30-footer. That's way off at the horn, and that is as dominant a quarter as you will see at any level of basketball. After 8 minutes of play, Mountain View scored the first 17 points and lead 24-4.
Hi, I'm Ricky Appler with Spartan Sports Camp. Brought to you by the Mountain View High School Athletic Department, Spartan Sports Camp offers multi-sport camps for kids in grades 3 through 6, as well as sports-specific camps for grades 6 through 9. We give campers the opportunity to receive instruction from the Mountain View High School coaching staff and student athletes. Strength camps are also available throughout the summer. For registration info, visit our website at www.spartansportscamp.com. Sessions begin June 10th and run weekly through August 2nd. We look forward to seeing you this summer.
Interfering back with you as we have line change for Cupertino. 5 new players into the game. Here is Robert Howe with it. Howe gets it over to Leondo. Now Leondo over to Howe. Howe out on the floor with Aditya Srinivasian. Number 22 has the ball now. Over to Jeffrey Leondo. He'll take the 3. That's off the back rim inside. Srinivasian had it knocked free by McAllister. Will still be Pioneers' ball. Also, number 55, Javier Licardi's in with Tyler Sharman. So it's Howe, Licardi, Leondo, Srinivasian, and Sharman for Cupertino as Leondo travels. That's pretty much been a summary of this game for Cupertino. It's McAllister, Wang, Kastner, Kadir, and Wilson for Mountain View. So same five starters are still out there for Mountain View, and 5 new players in for Cupertino. McAllister over to Kastner. Kastner out to Wilson. Swung over to McAllister. McAllister to Kadir. Kadir holds over to McAllister. McAllister bouncing the dribble. Out to Wang. Wang jab step around the screen. Steps back. Pump fakes over to Kastner. Kastner across court. Over to Wilson for 3. Round and down. Leads up to 23. This is their largest of the game. Howe over to Srinivasian. High post Leondo. Lobs it to Howe. Howe drives. Floats one up with the left hand short. Rebound Wang. Wang up ahead. Oh, that might be a little too far, but oh, Kadir runs it down and lays it in. I thought that was going to be thrown out of bounds. But Kadir looked like a wide receiver chasing a deep fly pattern. And there's a shot made by Leondo. And that quiets the Mountain View run. It's 29-6. Wow, Kadir showed some wheels. Kadir with it now. Over to Wang. Wang to Kadir. Over to Wang. Oh, round the screen for 3. Gets hit, no call. Back iron miss with that. Lacardi boards and gets it over to Sherman. Howe into the front court. Srinivasian back to Howe. Pump fakes. Howe, oh, what a whip pass to Leondo, who then decides to try the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and misses. McAllister to Wang into the front court. Guarded by Leondo. Sometimes it's easy to not go fancy and just make the basket. Leondo opted for a fancier option there, and it cost him. Kadir inside to Kastner, who spins, double comes out to McAllister. Oh, extra pass to Wilson to McAllister for 3. Back iron, front rim, no good. Rebound, Kastner, he lays it in. He just moved out of the way of Lacardi. He just moved Lacardi like some toy trains. Srinivasian over to Sherman. Sherman to Leondo, out top to Howe. 5 minutes to go in the half. 31-6 Mountain View. Howe, jumper, back iron miss. Lacardi boards and lays it in. It's down to 31-8, difference of 23. Wang will slow things down. We will have the first sub of the game at the next dead ball for Mountain View. Wang between his legs. Over to Wilson. McAllister. Hands off to Kadir. Kadir, jab step, now drives out to Kastner. Hands off to Wang. Wang stops, foul line jumper, back iron miss, deflected, and comes to Howe. Howe accelerates. Howe into the front court. Howe stops between the legs. Howe crosses over. There's Srinivasian, an awkward screen there. Now Leondo, the tough fadeaway, and it's an air ball. So that was an ugly looking sequence for Cupertino all the way around. And actually, they're going to say that it was partially deflected out of bounds, so we'll stay with Cupertino 17 to shoot. Checking in for the first time is Nicky Capani, and he replaces John McAllister. Good pass into Sharman, who left it short. Kastner rebounds. Here's Wilson. Good feed to Capani, who lays it in. Crowd favorite is Nicky Capani, and he gets his first 2 of the game. Everyone who's played for Mountain View, all 6 of them, have gotten into the action. A steal by Wilson. Wilson tracked down by Srinivasian, but Wilson lays it in anyway. 35-8, lead up to 27. 3:35 and counting to go in regulation time of the first half. Here's Lacardi to Sharman. Sharman stutters. Srinivasian over to Howe. Howe with 15 to shoot. Pulls up to Lacardi. Over to Leondo. Srinivasian to Howe. He'll take the 3 and nail it. Robert Howe. 35-11. Neither team's called a timeout. There have been 4 team fouls combined. That's why this first half has just flown by. Like birds going south for the winter. Here is Kadir. who goes up and gets fouled. So he'll get 2 free throws. That's the 14th foul on Cupertino. So off the miss, Wang just the rebound. And see, right there, I thought it was thrown with too much speed. Not enough arc for Kadir to lay in, but then he laid it in, and then that was just anticipation. Wilson stole it into the passing lane, stole the ball, and then it was an easy layup for Carl Wilson. Kadir at the line to shoot 2. He made the first, and the second one is good as well. 37-11 the score. Leeds is at 26. Foul was called on Aditya Srinivasian, his first. Leondo cross court to Hose, check back in, out to Howe. So it's Howe, Leondo, Licardi, Sharman, and Ho. Leondo a 3, back iron miss. Rebound deflected by Capani and tracked down by McAllister. Also Carl Wilson has taken his first rest as McAllister checked back in for him. Out top, it's Wang. McAllister a 3, back iron miss. Kastner with the rebound. McAllister over to Wang. McAllister. Wang, open 3. Swish! Leads up to 29, 40-11. Sharman. Over to Ho. Ho pounding the dribble guard by McAllister. Final, minute 50. Howe. Howe hands off to Sharman. Lack of ball movement here. A jumper is an air ball by Howe. Rebound by Wang. Wang into the front court. Bounce passes to McAllister. 90 seconds to go in the half. And Wang accelerates down the lane. Lays it in. (42-11). Favor of Mountain View. 80 seconds to go in the half. Sharman, pump fakes. Sharman, pounding the dribble out to Ho. Howe. Howe shovels it along to Sharman. 65 seconds to go in the half. Now, 12 to shoot. Howe around a screen, steps back. Howe wants to reset. 7 to shoot. Howe. 3 to shoot. Sharman, does he realize it? Just gets it off. Back iron, no good. Rebound. In traffic to Kadir. Wang up ahead. 40 seconds to go. Wang bounce passes to Kapani, who pump fakes and then floats one up and then round and down for Neki Kapani. And right now, the Spartans have quadrupled the Pioneers. 44-11. 28 seconds to shoot. The shot clock and game clock are dead even. They're playing for 1. Ho over to Sharman. Sharman pounding by the Spartans logo. 12 to go. Now out to Ho with 9. Now steps foul on jumper, and he baked it in, Alex Ho. What a shot. Now they have to hurry with 3. Wang with 2, with 1, throws half court at the horn, almost. And we have reached halftime at the score. Mountain View 44 and Cupertino 13. Off the headman up ahead, Wang just great bounce pass to Kapani, and then instead of going up where Sharman would block his shot, he did the pump fake and laid it in. What a first half by Mountain View, and it was complete domination from the opening tip. KMVT Sports would like to thank Home Instead Senior Care for their continuing support of high school sports programming. Home Instead, to them, it's personal. After 16 minutes, it's Mountain View 44 and Cupertino 13.
My parents are really slowing down. I feel bad I can't always be there for them.
How do I choose between caring for my mother and caring for my own family?
I've been looking into the options, but Dad doesn't want to leave his home. What do I do?
Struggling to care for an aging parent? You're not alone. Learn how Home Instead Senior Care can provide the personalized in-home care your loved one needs. Home Instead. To us, it's personal.
I was at a fire department training, and I had these shooting pains when they just shot right up into my temples. I went to Palo Alto Medical to follow up with my doctor. He found a heart murmur. It turned out to be an aortic aneurysm, which would have killed me had he not got it.
I don't really like going to the doctor, but I truly like going and seeing the guy. He's a great doctor, and he saved my life.
Welcome back to Mountview High School, everyone. As we start the second half, Andrew Fury with you. Glad you could tune in tonight with Mountview leading 44-13. Kadir over to Wilson. Same 5 starters for Mountview as did start the first half, but a whole new set of starters for Cupertino. Castro inside, gets doubled. Castro floats one up, and it's left it short. Sharman rebounds. It's Sharman, Ho, Howe, Wizig, and Leondo that start the second half for Cupertino. It's pretty much the 5 players that played the best for Cupertino. Starting this second half just like they did the first of this 2-3 zone for the Spartans. Here's Ho. Over to Sharman. Around a screen, Wizig, the jumper. It's a swish for Nicholas Wizig. So he has 4 points now in the game. 7:10 to go, third quarter. Front court goes Wang. Wang bouncing it to Kadir. Over to Wang for 3. Got it! Mountain View has been on fire from downtown. Some of it is good shooting, but some of it has been poor exterior defense by the Pioneers. Here's Howe for 3. That's good. And both teams lighting up the scoreboard to begin the second half. It's 47-18. Wang will walk it into the front court. Around a screen. Over to McAllister. Pump fakes. Hands off to Kadir. Kadir to Wang. Inside to Kastner, and he'll float it in. Brian Kastner is in double figures now. He has 11. Lead is 31. Oh, hands off to Howe, and we have a timeout called by Cupertino. (49-18) Mountain View with the lead, 6:11 to go, third quarter. This is the Kastner move inside, and what he did is he just took the post feed, and instead of holding it there like a lot of postmen do, he made a quick move, and that didn't allow the double team to come. And he was able to finish the basket. 31-point lead for Mountain View. Here are the standings. Palo Alto, who's had a fantastic start to the year, topped the standings at 6-0, followed by Saratoga, the surprise of the league so far, at 4-1. Mountain View right there in third place at 3-2, and down at the bottom, Cupertino had 5 losses in a row coming in to play tonight, all of them in league, and their own 5 in league standings. After the quick 30-second timeout, it will be Robert Howe to inbound for the Pioneers. Wizig gives it over to Howe. Now to Sharman. Sharman right wing. Out to Wizig. Wizig over to Howe. Outside to Ho. Ho stops the deep 2. Back iron miss. Rebound to Carl Wilson. Wilson stops. Crosses over. Wilson over to Wang. Wang will pound the dribble. Bouncing it to McAllister. Over to Kastner. Hands off to Wang. McAllister. Oh, he nearly traveled. Over to Kadir. Lucky to keep both feet down and planted. McAllister. Over to Kastner. Kastner pounding the dribble. Hands off to Kadir. Kadir into the paint. Floats one up. Short. Rebound Sharman. Sharman with the rebound. The 5'10 senior. Over to Ho. Now to Howe. Howe outside to Ho. Left wing. Ho. Out to Howe, and another timeout called by Cupertino, and Craig Elgood is reading somebody the riot act about something. KMVT Sports presenting sponsor is the Palo Alto Medical Foundation, part of the Sutter Health Network. Choose your PAMP doctor today. So 5:11 to go in the third quarter. Second timeout used this quarter after none was used. Were used the entire first half. So Cupertino with 3 timeouts left, and Mountain View still with all 5. But there hasn't been a lot that's happened tonight where Jim Forthofer could have a gripe about. His Mountain View Spartans have played flawlessly over a much inferior Cupertino team. 5:11 to go in the third quarter. It's 49-18 in favor of the Spartans. Ho over to Sharman. Ho High post, Wizik, the jumper, way too strong. Rebound, Wang. Wang will get into the front court. Wang stops and crosses over, shovels it to McAllister, hands off to Wilson. Wilson will drive, and his pass deflected and stolen by Howe. Good defensive play. Howe bounces it over to Sherman. Took forever to arrive to him, but Howe then crosses over to Sherman. Sherman. Ho. Pounding the dribble, 4.5 to play, third quarter. Sherman. Leondo will take the three. Got it! Good shot by Jeffrey Leondo with 4:20 to go in the quarter. Wang will slow things down in the front court. Lead is right now at 28. Wang around the screen for another three. Swish! Nick Wang is on fire. Halfway gone in this third quarter. 2-3 zone here for the Spartans. They're just daring the Pioneers to beat them from deep. Howe. Over to Leondo. He'll take the three, way short. Rebound, Kastner. Kastner, traveled. That's about the only thing he's done wrong tonight. He wanted to pass it and just couldn't get a grip on the ball, so he turned it over. Skylar Russert returns, or checks in for the first time, replacing Sammy Kadir. The 5'7" senior played splendidly tonight. There's Howe. Howe's pass deflected, and then Ho tracks it down. Ho shovels it to Leondo. Back to Ho. Ho over to Leondo. Feeds Wizik. Wizik back again. Spins, turns, fires, and hits. Good move by Nicholas Wizik. He's come on like a house of cards. With 8. Wang over to Wilson. He fumbled it and then got fouled. First foul in the half by either team. It's called on Tyler Sherman. His first personal. First team foul on Cupertino. It will be Carl Wilson to inbound, and he gets it into Kastner. Over to McAllister. McAllister to Wang. Wang stops, pump fakes over to Kastner. Kastner into the paint, over to McAllister. Wilson, pump fakes. Wilson, pounding the dribble over to Wang. 20 to shoot, over to Wilson. Good pass into Russert, who thought about the finish before the catch, and he bounced it off his knee out of bounds. So turnover Mountain View, and Ho into the front court to Sherman. As Jim Fordhofer flashes D20 to his Spartans. Into the paint, Howe lobs it short, and a rebound to Wang. Wang crosses over into the paint all the way. No shot. It happened on the floor. Wang almost took it coast to coast. There has to be better defensive transition by the Pioneers. Off the miss by Howe. Wang just takes it, and someone has to cut him off sooner or later. Didn't happen, and that's why Wizik had to reach in and grab Wang. As Kapani and Kadir return, replacing Kastner and Wilson. The foul on Wizik is his third, second team foul on Cupertino. Inbound from McAllister to Kadir. Kadir pounding the dribble. Motion McAllister for the handoff. McAllister out to Wang, who pump fakes. Wang drives, now stops, and tried to feed the backdoor cut to Russert, and it's fumbled out of bounds. Another turnover for Mountain View. So it's Russert, McAllister, Wang, Kadir, and Kapani on the floor for Mountain View. And the front court goes Howe. Over to Ho. Ho lobs it over Sherman. Approaching 2 minutes to go in the quarter. There's an air ball by Leondo, and it's tracked down by Wizik. No reset of the shot clock. Out here is Ho. Now Sherman, good feed inside to Wizik, and he gets hammered by Wang. So Nicholas Wizik will be at the line to shoot two. The first free throws of the entire game for Cupertino. And look, they just went to the triangle offense, and Sherman, a good bounce pass into Wizik. If he tries the over the top chest pass to Wizik, it gets deflected or stolen, or both. But good bounce pass, and then Wizik gets hammered. A good clean foul, though, by Wang. Just prevented the basket, made Wizik earn it from the free throw line. As Wilson returns, replacing McAllister. Wizig looking to convert on the second free throw after missing the first. And he does with the swish. 52-24 in favor of Mountain View. Final 2 minutes of the quarter. Into the front court goes Wang, over to Russert. They actually called that last foul apparently on Russert, not Wang. I believe that's a mistake. Wang pump fakes over to Russert. Russert will take the three. That's a break and rebound to Howe. 100 seconds to go. Lobs it. Great feed to Sharman, who lays it in. That's the best looking play of the entire game for Cupertino. Right now it's 52-26. Jogging it in the front court goes Wang. Wang hands off to Kadir. Lobs it over to Wilson. Wilson to Wang. Wang turns around the screen, looks, and bounces it to Russert. Russert in the baseline, lobs it to Wilson. Wilson, his pass deflected, comes to Russert in the paint, nearly travels, hands off to Wang. The fadeaway from 15 is around and out, batted out to Wang. 60 seconds to go in the quarter. Kadir, Wilson around the screen, out to Russert. Shovels it along to Kadir. Now to Wang around the screen. The deep two rounded out. Leondo the board. And Wang suddenly gotten cold. Not that it matters a whole bunch with his team up 26, but he has had a bit of a trouble finding the stroke in recent seconds. Howe, 20 on the shot clock. About a 13-second difference. Shot and game clock. Howe spins and then throws it through the fingertips of Leondo out of bounds. Turnover Pioneers. As Shen and Ciano return for Cupertino off the pass. And I think this surprised everyone, including the broadcaster. Howe with a great feed up ahead to Sharman, who laid it in. Mountain View looks like they're going to hold for the final shot of the quarter. Here's Russert over to Kadir, right wing. 17 to shoot. Kadir, jab step with 15 to shoot. Kadir over to Wilson, right wing. 10 to shoot. Crossover on Ciano. Steps back. Good feed to Capani. His short jumper is good for Nicky Capani. 4 to go. Now to the front court goes Ho, and he takes a deep three, and he's got it! What a shot by Alex Ho at the horn! And we have reached the conclusion of 3 quarters. And after 3, the camera saw Capani, as that was a deep 3 by Alex Ho. After 3, it is Mountain View 54 and Cupertino 29.
Hi, I'm Ricky Appler with Spartan Sports Camp. Brought to you by the Mountain View High School Athletic Department, Spartan Sports Camp offers multi-sport camps for kids in grades 3 through 6, as well as sport-specific camps for grades 6 through 9. We give campers the opportunity to receive instruction from the Mountain View High School coaching staff and student athletes. Strength camps are also available throughout the summer. For registration info, visit our website at www.spartansportscamp.com. Sessions begin June 10th and run weekly through August 2nd. We look forward to seeing you this summer.
Welcome back to Mountain View High School. It's Wizig with the ball, and it's Pioneers trailing 54-29. I'm Andrew Fury. Glad you could join me tonight from the Chester F. Awalt Memorial Gymnasium. Howe with it against this 2-3 zone for Mountain View. Ciano in the post, flips one up with the jump hook, no good, and rebound by Kastner. The starters are pretty much out there for Mountain View still, with the exception of Capani. Here's Wilson with it. Wilson out top to Kastner, over to Kadir. Kadir to Capani. Swung to Kastner. Kastner looks, still looking, and bounces it to Wilson. Over to Capani. Capani rips through, almost had it stolen. Shovels it along to Kastner. Kastner into the paint, spins. Oh, what a move! But he's short on the layup! And it's a foul going to be called on Cupertino, I believe. It's on Robert Howe, number 20. Oh, what a move. That was like $1 million move and about a penny finish. He couldn't quite get it to go. And actually, they called that foul on Mountain View, not Cupertino. It's on Brian Kastner, his first. And a pump fake by Wizig, working on Kastner. Out top to Howe. That was the second team foul on Mountain View, and we have a timeout called by Cupertino. They have 2 remaining for the game with 6:50 to go in the game. 54-29, the score in favor of Mountain View. This game is brought to you by Homestead Senior Care. Home instead, to them, it's personal, and by the Palo Alto Medical Foundation. Choose your PAMF doctor today. So this is more of future learning experiences for Cupertino than really trying to create a 25-point play, because to my knowledge that doesn't exist. But the reason Elgood is still coaching hard for Cupertino is to try to get his try to create this scenario of this being a 3 or 4 point game at this moment. 6:50 to go in the game. It's 54-29 Mountain View. This game started on a 17-0 run by Mountain View. Opened and scored the first 17 points before Cupertino ever scored. And for a while there, it looked like Cupertino might get shut out for the entire quarter, but they scored with about 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. After one quarter, it's 24-4 Mountain View. Then at half, it was 44-13 Spartans. And ever since then, it's really not been a game. 54-29 right now in favor of the Spartans. 6:50 to go in the game. Howe gets the inbound. Over to Ciano. Wizik outside the arc. Pump faking is Ho. Out to Howe for 3. That's a rounded out, no good. Kastner skies for the board. Shovels it along to McAllister. McAllister to the front court. Stops and crosses over. McAllister around the screen. McAllister looks over to Capani. Capani pounding the dribble. Hands off to Wilson. Now Kastner, and his pass miscommunication goes out of bounds. Wilson started to cut for the back door, and Kastner threw it to where Wilson was, not where he was going. Howe inbounds to Ho. Ho into the front court, gets it off to Howe. Howe pump fakes over to Wizik. Wizik drives, baseline, stops. Leans back and shovels it along to Howe. Howe pounds the dribble over to Ciano. Out to Wizik. Wizik pump fakes over to Ho. Much better ball movement in the second half, though, by the Pioneers. That's why they are actually winning, or one of the reasons why they're actually winning the second half so far. Here's Shen over to Howe for 3. Swish for Robert Howe. See, offense can be easy as long as there's good ball and player movement. Just because they're in the zone doesn't mean you have to shoot deep threes either. You can do it through dribble penetration and ball penetration. McAllister will take it through. That's way off, but Kastner, look what I found! And he lays it in. That rebound just landed in the lap of Brian Kastner, arguably the easiest 2 points he will have all year. Wizik at the high post. Kicks to Ho for 3. Short off the side rim. Rebound to Kastner. Up ahead to Kadir. Kadir stutters. Almost out of control. Floats her up and gets fouled. He'll be at the line shooting 2. Foul will be called on Robert Howe. His first and the third team foul on Cupertino. See, off the 3 by McAllister, I mean, Kastner did a little bit of work to get around the box out of Ciano. But then it just was a really hard ricochet off the rim, and it went right to his lap. Skylar Russell returns, replacing Carl Wilson. Also, Capani checks out, and Nick Wang is back into the fray. Second free throw is also no good by Kadir. Missed both, rather, but the offensive rebound secured by Kastner. Here's McAllister. Under 5 minutes to play. McAllister over to Wang. Wang outside to McAllister. McAllister jab step out to Kastner for 3. Back iron miss. Long rebound tracked down and secured by Wizik. 4 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the half. In the game. There's Ho over to Sherman. Sherman outside the arc. Holds. Sherman crosses over. Now spins at the paint. Loses it. He gets it back over to Ho. Ho back to Sherman. 14 to shoot. Sherman pounding the dribble with 10 to shoot. Out to Licardi. Wizik over to Howe for 3. Around it out, no good. Ho the offensive rebound. Ho pounding the dribble. Around the screen, floats one up. High off glass, no good. Rebound deflected to Wang, who nearly carried it off the back of McAllister. And the only reason he didn't carry it is because it hit the back. McAllister. Wang crosses over. Oh, what a move. And then he floats one up and gets tumbled to the floor. With exactly 4 minutes to go in the game. Foul will be on Nicholas Wizik, a hard foul at that. And Wang will be at the line shooting 2. Wang got the rebound, and then he came down, and he knew he had the mismatch immediately on Wigzig. And so because he had the mismatch, he went right around with Wigzig, and then it was either foul Wang or let him score. Wang makes the first free throw, makes it 57-32 in favor of the Spartans. That was the fourth foul on Wigzig, fourth team foul, Cupertino. Second free throw is also swished by Wang. He's played a fantastic game for the Spartans. As Kabani and Wilson are set to check back into the next ball for the Spartans. Ho with it. Hands off to Howe. He'll take a contested three. Short. Rebound skied for by Wang. Wang pounding the dribble into the front court. Wang still pounding the dribble. Pounding the dribble and shovels it along to Kastner. Kastner out to McAllister. Shovels it to Kadir for three. Got it! Sammy Kadir has been a sharpshooter from downtown. Dragging it into the front court is Ho. Ho pounding the dribble. Ho over to Sharman. Sharman over to Howe. Howe pump fakes. Now Wigzig, the foul line jumper is way short, and a line drive shot by Wigzig. And Wang the rebound, now up ahead, great paid to Kastner, who pump fakes, lays it in, gets fouled. Foul will be on Wigzig if it is as he's fouled out. There's a rebound by Wang, and then he caught Cupertino sleeping. Just a great feed ahead to Kastner, and then with the pump fake able to draw the foul and get the bucket. Apparently because the game is what it, oh no, they called it on Sharman, not Wigzig. I thought that was going to be on Wigzig because he seemed to be the guy that was flying through the air, but maybe they just didn't want a guy to foul out in this lopsided of a game. Sharman with it, so that's the second foul on Sharman, 15 foul on Cupertino. Sharman cross court to Ho. Pump fakes. Ho into the paint, floats one up, around it out, no good. Rebound skied for by Russer. Shovels it along to McAllister. Over to Wilson. McAllister. Russer. Pump fakes. Russer. Hands off to Kadir. Now McAllister. McAllister pump fakes. Oh, good backdoor to Kadir, and he gets fouled by Alex Ho. So it'll be Kadir at the line shooting two. That's the 16th foul on Cupertino. You see McAllister at the wing, and then a great back cut by Kadir, and that's when McAllister was on point with the pass. But unable to connect on the first free throw. Kadir now surprising 0 for 3 at the line tonight. That's the first foul on Ho. 6th team foul on the Pioneers. Second free throw swish for Kadir. Sherman gets the feed in the inbound pass. Walks into the front court. Final 150 seconds of this one. Here's Wigzig up top. Wigzig tried to feed, and McAllister was waiting for it. He was like a cornerback in zone coverage. McAllister over to Wilson. Wilson around the screen. Wilson out to McAllister. McAllister lobs it to Wilson. He takes the deep two from the baseline. It's a swish. Lead up to 35 at 67-32. This is the Spartans' largest lead of the game. Sharman jogs it into the front court. Sharman crosses over around the screen to his left. Sharman cross court. Leaping forward is Howe. And now a timeout called by Cupertino. Final minute 45 after this. Minute 45 to go in the game. It's 67-32 in favor of Mountain View. Welcome back to Mountain View as Ricky Appler's in the house. Right there. Gazing over the final minute 45 in this fourth quarter. 67-32 in favor of the Spartans. Here's Howe around the screen for three. Way short. Knew he missed it. Chased after it. And then it's last touched by Carl Wilson. Stay with Cupertino. 99 seconds to go in the game. Reminds me of song. Inbound to Sharman. Over to Wigzig. Drives baseline. Cut off. Stops. Rotates it over to Sharman. Now to Shen. Over to Howe, who crosses over and stops against Penmecha, but the shot is no good. And rebound to Kadir. Kadir's pass is deflected high into the air and stolen by Shen. Shen looks, lobs it to Sherman, who tried for an alley-oop, no good. Gets his own rebound, though, off the deflection. Now Tao, they'll reset. Howe over to Sherman. Rotates to Wizig, open three. A line drive that goes down for Nicholas Wizig. He has been Cupertino's best player tonight. He has 11. 67-35. Wilson over to Penmecha. Suvorov, Penmecha. Cut off. A good back cut to Capani, who had it blocked out of there by Licardi, and it hits Sherlyn Meacham, one of our camera ladies. Off the rejection. Penmecha will inbound. 49.7 seconds to play. And it looks like Capani stole it from Kadir. That gets a good laugh from the bench. Here's Wilson over to Penmecha. Penmecha stops. Sure of what he wants to do after Capani, open three, way short. Wilson the offensive board. Now there's just a 4-second differential shot in game clock, so they would be wise to bleed all of it. Capani over to Kadir, open three. Swish! For Sammy Kadir, and they've reached that 70-point mark. It's 70-35. In front court goes Howe. Shot clock turned off, final 20 seconds of this one. Shen over to Howe. Game dominated by the Spartans. Wizig out to Sharman, open three. Swish. Good shot by Tyler Sharman as he has 5 points in the game. Clock winding down to 5. Into the front court goes Wilson at 3. 2 and 1, and the ball game is over. A dominant performance, culminating in the 32-point victory for Mountain View. Final score: Spartan 70 and Cupertino 38. As this was a fantastic basketball game. Here, right now. Game dominated by Mountain View. Opened the scoring, 17-0. Before Cupertino got on the board, it was 24-4 after the end of the first quarter, and that's when the game really was over. Producer and director for tonight's game was Bobby Chastain. Graphics operator was Janet Wu. Cameras Jake Odell, Phil Resch, Sherlyn Meacham, and Ted Melke. And a special thanks to Mountain View High School for allowing us to bring you this game here on a Tuesday evening. Now for everyone here at KMVT, I'm Andrew Fury saying so long from Mountain View High School, where tonight the Spartans improved to 4-2 in league play with a dominant performance over Cupertino 70-38.